Steve Kim for UCN Live here with John David Jackson, the trainer of Sergey Kovalev, who takes on Nadjib Mohammedi July 25th at the Mandalay Bay. John, the last couple of fights have been very significant fights. Guys like Jean Pascal and obviously Bernard Hopkins. Do you sense or have you guarded against any mental letdown from Sergey?
Fortunately, I haven't had to do that because Sergey, he loves being champion. He loves being champion. So for him, this is a dream come true. So he's not going to allow any one fighter to take that dream from him. So he stays motivated. Just the fact that he's champion keeps the motivation going for him, as opposed to some guys become champion, they get lackadaisical. That's not Sergey's way. He wants, plus he hasn't got that green belt yet. So until he gets that green belt, he's not satisfied. And hopefully then he still won't be satisfied.
John, let's go back to November, the fight with Bernard Hopkins. Me and you talked before the fight. You said people are going to be surprised by the technical acumen and the tactical precision of Sergey Kovalev. It is funny that a lot of people are surprised, but you knew it all along that you guys really thought you could win this round piece by piece, round by round, just by boxing.
Yes. Sergey's a very good boxer. People haven't seen that side of his game because he's been knocking guys out. But I knew it, Bernard. Bernard's an older fighter. He's crafty, but he's not the Bernard, the executioner. He was going to definitely have to survive this fight, and that's what he did. I knew that Sergey was going to box him, position himself without getting careless and getting too reckless and allowing Bernard a chance to capitalize. He did exactly what he did. I knew he could box. Now people understand what I was talking about. He does definitely have boxing skill, and that comes from his amateur pedigree.
Was the Jean Pascal fight what you expected? The fact that Jean Pascal may not be technically precise, but he's athletic and he's a little bit awkward. How would you grade that performance from Sergey?
I'd give him a B+. He did what I thought he was going to do. I knew Pascal was semi-dangerous. I don't put a lot of stock in Pascal, but he's good, and he deserves to be where he's at. I just knew that Sergey was the better fighter, the better boxer, the stronger fighter. Pascal was going to be a one-punch-out knockout artist if he was going to win that fight that night. And Sergey has a very good chin. So I knew going into the fight that, Pascal was decent, but he wasn't at the same level as Sergey. I knew down the stretch Sergey was going to get him. He got him a bit earlier than I thought he was, but I knew he would break him down.
Najib Mohammedi, give me your scouting report on him. If you know him much of it, it seems like you do.
I've watched him a few times. I have to be honest, I don't see much. I just see a durable kid who hasn't been in the ring with a manimal like Sergey. So if he's not on top of his A game and he doesn't have the power to neutralize what Sergey's bringing to the table, he's in trouble. The fact that he's able doesn't help him at all because the elbow's going to go down the steps when the bell rings.
John, you're a trainer and you were a fighter in your own right. You had a guy by the name of George Benton, one of the all-time great trainers. Just looking at the way Sergey works every day, you're with him in the gym every day. Even at this age, with what he's accomplished, do you still get the sense he has a thirst for knowledge as when you first got him?
Yes. We talk about that often. He's definitely wanted to learn and still listen and just, learn whatever aspects of the game that there are left to learn. I like that in him. He definitely wants to be better than he is now.
John, there's a future fight out there, and Kathy Duva spoke about it last week. A guy by the name of Andre Ward. How do you size up that fight looking ahead?
Honestly, it's a fight that I've talked about for about 4 years now, but it won't be a 168. Andre, listen, he came at the amateurs as a light heavyweight. Making the weight, he may say it's easy, but it's not as easy as it once was for him. The fact that he's been off for over a year and he just finally came back, I guarantee he put some weight on. He took it off, but here's the thing with Andre. Very good fighter. Don't get me wrong. I respect what he's done. He's cleaned the 168-pound division out. At 175, if his gun's not loaded and if he has a half clip coming in, you got to make Sergey respect you. If you have the punch power to keep him off of you, you're in trouble. Andre doesn't have that power. Also, Boone dropped him. Hurt him bad.
Boone.
Now think what happened to Sergey with that right hand. You think he's going to survive that? It's not. Listen, he's a good fighter. He can't be Sergey. Trust me. Sergey can box better than they think. Than Hunter may think he can. He's a hell of a fighter, and we would definitely have a game plan set for that fight.
All right, John David Jackson to Steve Kim for UCN Live.